before we kick off this afternoon's game. Starting with the Latics in goal number 1, Simon Farnworth. Number 2, Paul Rennie. Number 3, Mark Wright. Number 4, John Robertson. Number 5.
We welcome you to Springfield Park, where today the Latics take on the Cobblers of Northampton. We're going to have an advantage over the other teams, battling it out at the bottom end of the Football League, in that 8 of the remaining 13 fixtures are at home, with 6 of those Springfield showdowns against fellow strugglers in the bottom 7. Without a game at Springfield Park for the past 5 weeks, Latics will be playing in front of their home fans. On one of the next Saturdays, and this weekend they begin a sequence of 3 home games in 11 days against fellow strugglers. The Northampton team, on the other hand, have supporters who are really getting behind them, and the Cobblers showed on Tuesday night what they're capable of with an impressive 4-0 defeat of Scunthorpe United. There have been signs of steady improvement since John Barnwell replaced Phil Chard in the county ground hot seat, and Northampton have amassed more points in their 10 games than they managed in the previous 21. Now quickly onto the teams, first with Northampton Town. They have in goal Barry Richardson, at 2 Terry Fleming, 3 Jason Burnham, 4 Darren Herman, 5 Ray Warburton, 6 Steve Terry, 7 Kevin Wilkin, 8 Martin Aldridge, 9 Ian Gilzine, 10 John Cornwell, and number 11 is Mickey Bell. The substitutes for Northampton: 12 Les Phillips, 14 Paul Fitzpatrick, and the reserve keeper is Steve Sherwood. And at the Latics, they have in goal Simon Farnworth, at 2 Paul Rennie, 3 Mark Wright, 4 John Robertson, Peter Skipper at 5, 6 Matt Carragher, 7 Kevin Langley, 8 Dean Connolly, 9 an on loan signing in the week from Blackburn Rovers, Peter Thorne, 10 Neil Morton, and number 11 is Andy Lyons. The substitutes for Wigan, they have number 12 Neil Rimmer, 14 Chris Duffy, and the reserve keeper is Tony Pennock. The referee is Mr P Jones.
So we're going to attack the away end in this first half, and last week's defeat, a real blow to the Latics side after coming into great form. Notable away wins at Mansfield, Wickham and Lincoln, and a draw at Darlington. That was 4 away games undefeated until a 4-1 defeat last Saturday after taking the lead through debutant Carl Furlong, who has failed to get into the side for this afternoon's game. Peter Thorne makes his first appearance in his month's spell from Blackburn Rovers, second of course in the Premier League. Not much chance of getting into a team like that with the likes of Shearer, Wilcox, Gallagher, Newell about. So he's decided to come to Wigan for a month, see what he can do. And Northampton get the game underway. And the ball down this near side and is straight into touch. No place again for Neil Rimmer in the starting lineup. He is once more reserved to the bench. Now an early touch for Peter Thorne, takes on his chest, and he's tackled. And a great challenge by Skipper on Martin Aldridge. Martin Aldridge popped up with a few important goals this season for Northampton, who looked well out of it some 8 games ago, but are right back in the hunt to stay up now. And they've taken, of course, more points from the last 10 games than they did in the first 21. Wigan, of course, beat them 2-0 at the county ground earlier this season. The goals from Pat Gavin and Peter Skipper. Gavin, of course, suspended for this afternoon's game. The second game he's suspended for, and he'll be available for the visit of Hereford next Saturday. Now this is a corner for Northampton. Swung in there. Heads go up. Just bobbling around in there, and a free kick given for the foul on Robertson by Ian Gilzine, top scorer with 10 league goals this season. Also, I'm told, captain of Northampton, and he's up against Wigan's captain, Peter Skipper. Some doubt over his fitness for today's game, but he's made it as he did last week when there was also a little bit of a doubt. Neil Morton back into the side. He missed last Saturday's game with a slight knock. So Furlong got his chance, and he took it so well with a great goal. Foul by Langley on Darren Harmon. And Northampton midweek performance is anything to go by, then they're going to do pretty well here. 4-0 they beat Scunthorpe with goals in the first and the last minute. Harmon was on target in that game. Now Northampton coming forward in white top with purple trimmings. And them who have had early pressure. Ball knocked forward by Burnham. Flicked on, but it falls to Robertson. Plays it back to Farnworth. And Farnworth luckily gets out of that one. Connolly nearly playing himself into a little bit of trouble, but managed to work the ball out to Rennie. Rennie stabs it forward. Picked up though by Cornwell. Back it goes to Warburton, who smashes it forward. Skipper across to cover for the Latics. Rennie manages to keep it in. His clearance finds Langley. And we can gain a free kick, failed by John Cornwell. Robertson's ball forward. Carragher's up for it. Fails to get a significant touch. It's a throw into Northampton. Felt he had been fouled there. Referee didn't agree with him. Only stood a couple of yards away from the action. Hooked for by Rennie. And put into touch by Ray Warburton. Langley. Carragher gets it back and plays a sensible ball to Connolly. Robertson chipping it back post, looking for Andy Lyons, who's got the header in. Took a deflection off the number 2, Fleming, and it was well held by Barry Richardson in the end.
It's a good cross by John Robertson. Andy Lyons finding himself unmarked at the far post. Couldn't quite direct his header across the goal. Well taken by Warburton. Gets it back. Hooks it forward, only to Robertson. Manages to find its way to Wilkin, who plays a great ball forward. There's danger there for a moment. Dealt with by Simon Farnworth though. And that ball's bobbling all over the place. We're going to manage to pick it up. Thorne. Sensible ball to Morton and gets in the way. Morton gets it back. Good touches here by Wigan in the midfield. Ball's worked out to Mark Wright. Plays it back momentarily for Connolly. Wright's got a little bit of space. Connolly can't get the ball to him and plays it to Lyons instead. Connolly chipped down the line looking for Wright. That's a good ball. And across comes Steve Terry. A good header into touch. Now, there's something like 400 or 500 Northampton fans who've made the journey here. They obviously don't feel that they're relegated yet. Far from it, in fact. Well, hopefully make a bit of noise and add to the atmosphere this afternoon. Not as many as we would have hoped for, with the Wigan rugby team being live on television against Castleford in the Silk Cut semi-final. A couple of variations on the kit at Northampton. I've seen them in an all purple top with white shorts and purple socks. They've got a purple and white striped top, and now they've got a white top with purple trimming. I'm not sure if they're too different when it comes down to being a clash with the opposing team's kit. They all seem very similar. Rennie plays it back to Simon Farnworth. And then number 9, Gilzine, thought about harrying him, but didn't bother in the end. Now Carragher. Neil Morton's inside, looking lively as ever. Works himself a bit of space, possibly plays it a bit far, and he does. Just slightly too far for Matty Carragher. The fans and players alike appreciate the spade work done there by Neil Morton.
It's difficult to tell whether we're going to have got the back four today. I think it is back four with 3 in midfield and 3 up front. Rennie at right back, centre backs Skipper and Robertson, and of course Mark Wright at left back. Connolly, Langley and Carragher midfield, and Lyons, Thorne and Morton up front. Good header there by Burnham. Not forward, this is Fleming. Gets himself into a little bit of bother. Northampton, I feel, one of the best attacking sides in this division. But it's that defensive record that doesn't look too hot, and there's goals to be had here for Wigan. Indeed, for both sides. If you look at both teams' defensive records, not too clever. Oh, a bit of a mistake by Robertson. Makes up for it though. Clearance by Farnworth. Got to Langley. He got himself in a bit of bother. Eventually the ball's gone out for a throw-in. And it's given to Latics, although it did look to come off Latics player last. Thorne, not forward by Rennie. Only Morton forward against 3 Northampton defenders, and it's knocked back calmly by Warburton to his keeper Richardson. Spoons his clearance, and it just goes straight into touch on the near side. Mark Wright. Thorne. Taking a number of touches there and plays a good ball to Wright. And another good ball forward to Lyons. And a good touch off to Morton. Look for support. Carragher was free. And he still is, although he doesn't have as much space as he did before. Now, a chance to run at the Northampton defence to test them out. Knocks his ball forward. Warburton's there. And he gets it away for Northampton, nearly up as far as the halfway line. It's Rennie's ball to the chest of Langley. Not the cleverest of layoffs, but Langley wins it back. And finally it's knocked forward by Terry. Robertson covering. Knocks it out this near side. Sensible ball to Mark Wright. Connolly pulled away from his man. Thorne. Back to Connolly. Mark Wright. Morton made his run, but clearly a number of yards offside. Linesman has his flag up there before the ball was played, I think. I do have to say that the Northampton's goalie's top is not too dissimilar from their home kit. Skipper's header clear. Good touch by Morton. Does very well there. Lyons, another great run made by Matty Carragher on the far side. He's up for this game certainly. This is Rennie, a bit behind Langley. Connolly's covering though. Wigan being allowed to carry the ball a long way into the Northampton half. Warburton only looked to go back, and the referee's penalised Peter Thorne there. There certainly was a problem at Scarborough last Saturday. A distinguished striker with the absence of Morton through injury. Dale, of course, has been out for a number of weeks after the Bury game. He broke part of his leg, and Pat Gavin also was suspended for that game, so only Lyons and Morton up front. Now, ball played in there to Aldridge. Gilzine looked to shoot. Skipper got it back to his keeper, Farnworth, who rushed that clearance. Robertson does well to get that clear, and he's failed for his troubles. Just a word about Kevin Langley. He's actually making his 300th appearance for the Latics this afternoon, and in them 300 games he's managed to score 9 goals. In both his spells, that is. He did go off to play for Everton 9 months or so, and had a spell at Leicester as well. And Birmingham, of course. It's Mark Wright coming forward. Certainly Northampton do seem to be sitting back a little more. That's a great ball by Connolly, excellent. Mark Wright. It's the crossing, but behind the defence. It's not the best of clearances. Carragher's time to bring it down. It's tackled. Morton can win it back, and now Connolly. Great run made by Rennie. Connolly decides it was a little too obvious. Langley, good ball to Thorne. Wigan do seem to have an extra yard about them today. Thorne trying a little bit of an ambitious shot there from 30 yards. Never really going to trouble Barry Richardson.
It's certainly noticeable in these opening few exchanges that both sides are trying to play football on this greasy surface as the rain comes down heavily, and there was Peter Thorne, the on loan, signed from Blackburn, getting a decent early touch in the game.
Connolly. Well won there by Warburton. Thorne. Carragher. Looking for Lyons. Well won by Fleming, straight to Thorne. Support arrives from Carragher. Connolly moving forward, so too Morton. Morton's in there with a header. And not too far away. He wasn't really expecting that cross, I don't think, Neil Morton, but did well to make some sort of attempt. Sort of not clicked on the same wavelength yet, him and Thorne. Approaching the quarter of an hour mark in this game. Still goalless. No real chances to speak of. A few half chances for falling for Thorne and Neil Morton. And the only corner of the game won by Northampton came to nothing. Very flash little flick there by Mark Wright. Didn't come to anything. The chase is on for Thorne. Richardson's clearance is not a good one. But Northampton have time to regroup. Rennie's pass is back to Skipper. They do have space to bring the ball forward, Wigan. And he picks out a gem of a pass to Matty Carragher. He has support if he needs it. Tackle comes in from Mickey Bell. So Wigan throwing. Plenty of men up in this attack. They'll look to get themselves in front. It's Andy Lyons. Oh, brought down there on the edge of the box. Not too pleased about it. Jason Burnham, who scathed him down just on the edge of the box. All Wigan men in or around the box. Paul Rennie sort of moved back towards halfway line. Nobody forward for Northampton. Falmouth at the edge of his area. Lyons drives the ball across. It's a good save. And it falls. It's a melee in the area. Fell for Morton. Mark Wright still there. Lyons gets a shot in. Takes a deflection. Mark Wright regains possession. So on the right hand side though, he'll have to cut it inside onto his left foot. Gets support from Langley. Across it goes to Dean Connolly. Spies the shot. Takes a deflection, and it's a Wigan Athletic corner. Good pressure there.
Well, a few moments of madness in the Northampton turn penalty area there. Andy Lyons drove the free kick in. Everyone was a little slow to react, and Mark Wright eventually retrieved the ball, laid it square to Dean Connolly, whose left-footed shot is deflected away for this corner.
It's going to be Lyons to take the corner as well. Best chance of the game so far. Swings this one in, looks a little bit deep. It's Carragher at the back post, is headed it back in there, and it's hacked away by Harmon. Still the pressure is on Northampton. Connolly. Oh, Mark Wright very luckily survived then, but Wigan are not out of the woods yet. And Aldridge coming forward. Skipper is the man covering. He gets back to Falmouth, and this time it's a very firm, good clearance by Simon Falmouth. Morton brings it down, plays it to Kevin Langley. Carragher's over. Andy Lyons running forward. He's gone past two defenders. Looks for the shot, it's a good one. And only just wide. Good run from Andy Lyons.
Andy Lyons has made a bright start to this game, running out the Northampton defence again. Just dragging his shot just past the post.
This game certainly seems to have taken off. Wigan looking to push forward, and that always leaves the danger of Northampton pushing on the break. Incidentally, the last time these two sides met at Springfield Park was a number of years ago, and Northampton finished 3-1 victors on that day. And hopefully not a sign of things to come today. It was 1988, in fact. Wayne Entwistle was the Wigan scorer, and Berry, Adcock and Culpin on target for Northampton. John Barnwell took over as manager early in the season from Phil Chard, and since then a little blimp at the start. He's performed miracles, really. He's kept the spirits going of both the team and the supporters, and in fact all to do with the club. Free kick for Wigan. And surely next season is the time when Wigan will look to go up for promotion. Kenny Swain will have had a year of experience as manager, and he'll surely can only benefit from that. It's a good challenge by Connolly. It's a Northampton ball, though. And not just Kenny Swain, there's a number of players in the side who will benefit from a year's experience, and who may feel themselves that this club is going places. Andy Lyons now. Wigan are in the box. Failed to link up with Thorne, but Morton won it back and curls in a deep cross. And it goes out for a throw-in. Better of two evils there, really. Nearly went out for a goal kick, which would have took the pressure off Northampton. Robertson's header forward. That will go over the line for a goal kick. And Peter Thorne, he started lively enough. On a month's spell, I've not really heard anything about him, but he seems to have made a point with Kenny Swain when Swain watched him early this week in a Blackburn reserve game. We have the Northampton fans singing Chants of Castleford, but they'll fail to notice that the Wigan Athletic supporters aren't exactly fans of the rugby team. Good ball in there by Rennie. A little bit ambitious there, maybe, by Peter Thorne. Some 25 yards from goal, decided to have an overhead kick. Not sure if he's got any South American blood in him, but I don't think we would have seen even Pele scoring in that sort of position. Chris Duffy back on the bench for Latics this afternoon. He's also been out dogged by injury recently. Nice to see him fit again. Latics almost back to full fitness, as obviously John Toolan and Phil Daly to come. A few other little injuries, but once we have a fully fit team to choose from, not forgetting Dave McKinney as well, then surely Latics can only improve in results. Connolly nearly played skipper into a bit of trouble, but managed to get himself out of it, tangling with Darren Harmon. And the referee, Mr. Jones, having a few words with Harmon. Felt his shirt was being tugged by Peter Skipper. And to show that there's no hard feelings, both players embracing a nice friendly handshake. I don't know if anyone saw Fantasy Football League last night, a BBC Two programme, but there's a few pre-match acquaintances, shall I say. I'm not sure if that's a word, but rather over the top, to say the least. I'm sure everyone knows what I'm talking about, those who watch the programme. Dean Connolly and Wright around the ball. Wright, though, runs away. It's going to be Connolly, right-footed, in swinging. Robertson's up there, fails to reach him. Langley knocks it back in. No offside. Hooked up in the air. Wright plants his header forward. Morton looks to get behind Fleming, but Fleming hooks it away again. Well won there by John Cornwell. It's a big lad. 6 foot odd of him. And certainly puts himself about. Morton to come forward on that side. Good cross by Mark Wright. And Thorne's header down. Just fell behind Carragher now. Northampton on the break with Mickey Bell. Gilzine up forward. Played towards Aldridge. Skipper gets it away. Fleming put back in there. It's Cornwell challenging. There is Langley. Ball came to Lyons and then it was pounded out by Terry Fleming. Connolly. A few touches going astray here and there in this game so far, but the majority of the football has been of exceptional quality. Not the drab and boring game that many predicted. I certainly thought at the beginning of the game we were going to see a lot of goals. It wouldn't surprise me yet if there's an avalanche even before half time. Mark Wright, Connolly takes it off him, wants to go back, to go forward, sometimes option, and on this occasion he's just right. Rennie goes past one or two of the Northampton men, plays a good ball to Carragher. Thorne, back. Good square ball to Connolly. Nobody comes towards him and plays a ball to Carragher, who also has space, drives in across. Thorne is there, couldn't quite connect. And poked clear by little Darren Harmon. Mark Wright, back it goes to Skipper. Thorne looks to stay on side. Fleming, the way the throw in, the pressure back on Northampton.
Good football again by the Wigan Athletics side. Dean Connolly creating the play, laying his pass across to Matt Carragher, who drove it in. Thorne couldn't quite get a good connection on the ball.
Drizzling at the moment as Wigan come forward. It's a Wigan corner, I think. Dean Connolly's gone across to take it. Well, certainly not as hot as it has been earlier this week. .20 to go in this first half. Connolly swings in the corner, heads go up. It's fallen for Lyons, he hooks it forward and Robertson got a touch straight into the arms of Barry Richardson. Robertson, of course, looking for his first goal of the season. Only Rennie and Skipper out of today's defence who've found themselves on the score sheet. That's a good flick on there by Gilzine, but couldn't quite link up with Aldridge. Straight to Carragher, that header. And Carragher comes forward at a burst of speed. Had to be a good tackle, and it was. Harmon plays himself into bother. Rennie takes it off the number 11, Mickey Bell. And he looks to go forward again. Across to the near post. Hack clear. Cornwell completes the clearance. Up towards Aldridge, who manages to get through the challenges of Robertson and Langley. Aldridge still has carried the ball a long way. He's past Skipper. Aldridge all the way. Great challenge by Farnworth. It's Gilzine. Harmon. And Wigan managed to survive. Pressure not altogether cleared. Should be now. And indeed it is. Number 6, Steve Terry, playing an aimless ball forward there.
Well, great persistent play by the number 8, Martin Aldridge, down the left. He rode 2 challenges on the halfway line, carried the ball an awful long way, went past Peter Skipper, who slipped. Only a great save by Simon Farnworth prevented Northampton taking the lead.
I think that breakaway just showed how slippy this pitch is. 2 or 3 of the Wigan players, just in that one attack and that one instance, find themselves on their backsides. And That isn't a good sign of things to come, hopefully. Free kick for the Latics. Referee has words with Mr. Cornwell. It's Skipper's ball forward. Taken on the chest by Thorne, a little powerfully. Now there's 2 up against 2. If they can play this right. Northampton, it's Gilzine. On the overlap, it's Mickey Bell. Great stop by Farnworth. It's not cleared yet, this should be Farnworth's, and it is. And that's 2 breaks where Northampton could have found themselves in front. It was Mickey Bell.
Well, again, Simon Farnworth coming to the Latics rescue, this time preventing Mickey Bell from giving Northampton the lead.
A third of the way through the game, still goalless. Plenty of opportunities and chances, half chances more so than actual blatant ones. Northampton won themselves a free kick. Langley's foul on Mickey Bell. He had a great chance just moments ago. Really, squaring the ball might have been a better option with both Aldridge and Gilzine in the centre. Opted for the glory and he didn't find it. Warburton's going to take this free kick. It's a deep one into the Wigan box. Gilzine's up, headed clear by Skipper. Lyons knocks it out a little bit further and breaks for Terry. Not a good ball from him, and Wigan get a throw in on this near side. And Darren Harmon, problems with his collar before, now has problems with his shoelace. Possibly would have been a good idea if he phoned his mum up and told her to come. I wonder if he could do his tie on his suit. Pressure from Northampton. Gilzine looks for the shot, and he can keep on looking as far as that one's concerned. An absolute mile away. Simon Farnworth, plenty of time this time to get the ball under control. Thorne jumping for this one. He wins his header. Just runs out on Matty Carragher though. Rain's still coming down, and Wigan have got a free kick. Andy Lyons is around the ball. Mark Wright and Paul Rennie shepherding Martin Aldridge back in the defence. Otherwise everyone else is in the opposing penalty area. Connolly's knocked it in. Flag up on Peter Skipper. They're retreating Wigan defender there. Good clearance by Richardson and a good header by Robertson. Forward it goes again by Cornwell. Gilzine, handball. Clear as the day is long, that one. It's an ironic cheer from the Latics fans. It's a good job the referee didn't allow Connolly to take that one quickly, as it went straight into touch. Ball forward by Fleming. Oh, excellently done by Mark Wright. And Connolly now breaks for Lyons. Ball just all over the place there. Langley hooks it forward. Well, that should have been the defender's ball, but Thorne's persistence won him it initially. Lyons' persistence there. It only rewarded Northampton with a throw-in though. Fleming it'll be with a throw-in. Skipper's ball there. Harmon. Drop to Rennie. Plays it back to Farnworth, who has a year and a day to get the ball clear. Rennie hooked up into the air. Cleared by Burnham. Back in there. With Thorne now. And he's got a man over his Carragher. Support arriving in the middle, not the best of crosses. Richardson able to grasp it cleanly under his crossbar. Connolly, Lyons and Morton came up to support the new striker Thorne in that attack. That's a great flick on by Gilzine. And the free kick is given to Northampton there. That's difficult to see, as John Robertson looked to have played the ball. It was on Martin Aldridge, and it's some between 25 and 30 yards out from goal. Danger signs are here for Wigan. Will they respond to them? Around the ball is Fleming and Mickey Bell, the number 11. Looks like it's going to be Bell to hit it. It is Bell. Very well struck, but straight into the chest of Farnworth. Had it been in either of the corners, it might have given him one or two difficulties. Good ball there by Matt Wright. Looking for Morton. Morton got the touch on. Covering man there at Steve Terry. And defence to attack there. Wigan have managed to win a throw-in. Right against the corner flag, which Mark Wright will take. And the offside flag up there on Mark Wright. Robertson called for that one, and Gilzine clearly shoved him off the ball. And Dean Connolly there. Looks like he could do with a change of shots at half time. I'm not sure whether he enjoys sitting around on the white lines around the pitch, but from appearances it would look as if he did that. Now, we're going to have won themselves a free kick. Elbow against Lyons. And good position for the Latics here. In swinger. Langley, right-footed of course. Lyons has gone into the centre. Carragher's in there. Morton. Thorne, Robertson, skipper. On the edge of the area is Connolly. Langley's ball in there. Punch clear by Richardson. Connolly shot isn't too clever and it's cleared by Cornwell. Good header there by Rennie to Wright, but Wright's ball forward caught Carrigan in offside position, apparently. Knocked forward by Richardson. Skipper's up for that one. Convincingly wins it. Neil Morton. Out to Carragher. We're going to look for a breakthrough before half time. Some 8 minutes left in this first half. Carragher running at the defence. Square ball to Morton. Neat flick off. Just credit it on the edge of the area though in the end. Aldridge though gets the touch there. Back it goes for Fleming. Skipper. Connolly on the chest. Harmon isn't pleased with this pass forward there because it's straight into touch. Mark Wright with a throw-in. Neil Morton failed clearly by Ray Warburton, and a free kick for the Latics. This is first of Wigan's home games this month. They have another 3, I think, after this. For the 5 remaining home games, including today's, were at Springfield Park, the other one being at Chester, so no travelling this month for the Latics, so no significant travelling, that is. And hopefully there'll be a good following at the Diva Stadium, as there was last season when Latics totally blitzed Chester in the last 10 minutes after trailing for most of the game. And every keen Latics supporter will know that game. Only fond memory of last season, I think. Rennie's good ball forward, taken on chest by Peter Thorne, and then he's felled by Burnham. Robertson with the free kick, looking for Thorne, doesn't reach him, and it's cleared. Rennie, Connolly, good ball forward, a very late challenge on him, and Connolly goes to the ground. Darren Harmon, I think it was, very late challenge, and Connolly looks to be in some discomfort at the moment. The referee is going to book Darren Harmon here. Supporters calling for him to be sent off. I'm not sure whether that will be the case, although of course next season with the new law that players will be sent off for fouls from behind no matter what area of the pitch it's on. And Darren Harmon looks pleased to escape with a yellow card, which is just what he's got from the referee, Mr. P. Jones. Mark Wright, Paul Rennie and Kevin Langley are all around Dean Connolly. Let's hope he's okay to carry on. A notable absentee who I didn't realise before is Mick Kennedy, who's picked up a knock at half-time. Well, obviously in the first half at Scarborough last Saturday. He went off at half-time, replaced for the entire second half by Neil Rimmer, who did very well. Connolly back to his feet. Not 100% yet. Hopefully in a few minutes he'll have regained fitness. We approach the end of this first half. We're going to have possibly one last chance. Maybe a few more, but Langley swings the ball in now. Easy header clear for Gilzine. Connolly. On a very cheeky ball to Mark Wright. His pass forward is headed clear by Fleming and Harmon. Chase on here for Skipper with Martin Aldridge, and Skipper shepherds it over the line. Now make it about a minute and a half left of the first half. Still goalless. It's a bit of a lull for the last 15 minutes. No real chances to speak of. Earlier on, though, Lions had a good free kick, well saved by Barry Richardson. And chances for Northampton came for Mickey Bell and Martin Aldridge. Both of them wasted them. Ian Gilzine, I remember, had a shot which sadly went an absolute mile wide. Langley has fouled number 10, John Cornwell, according to the referee, and Cornwell seemed to make the most of it, though, with his very loud yell. Fleming takes the free kick. Bad time to concede a goal, this would be for Wigan. Great time, of course, for Northampton. 1 minute left in the first half, I'm told. Andy Lyons coming forward for Wigan. This surely will be the last opportunity. The ball's broke to Wright, a number of players forward. Wigan hesitate to get the ball in there. But that's a great ball by Connolly to Lyons. He just can't get past Warburton. He's won the corner, though. We're going to have a chance to register the goal right at the end of this first half. And Connolly's ball in, flicked on by Morton. Only went out for a goal kick, too high, of course, for Matty Carragher there. And the referee, Mr. Peter Jones, brings the first half to an end with a scoreline at Northampton 0, Wigan 0. No real chance to speak of. One for Andy Lyons. Well, a longer half-time break there than usual. Players should be well refreshed. There was bad news for both teams at half-time, though. The news that Hereford 2-0 up against Colchester and Darlington are 1-0 up in their game too. Especially bad news for Northampton, but so too for Wigan, who aren't out of the woods yet. Need victory today. Northampton need victory today. One side is going to have to get it, or are we going to have a practically meaningless point? A real 6-pointer this one, as you would say, and definitely if Wigan lose this game, Northampton will look to catch up with us. Andy Lyons, though, he's got ideas of his own even. He's brought down. I couldn't get my words out there, but Andy Lyons let his feet speak for themselves. Everyone back for Northampton. I'm not sure whether they'd be pleased with the point. I'd imagine they would be. Dean Connolly, Andy Lyons round this ball. Connolly's floated it in, and it's not a good one. Behind all of the incoming players, well, Wigan have themselves a throw-in midway into the Northampton half. It's Thorne to shake off the attentions of Burnham, and he wins himself a corner there. Both Langley and Connolly are over for the corner here, and the Lions just run back. Comes in now though. I think that was a little ploy. Didn't quite run for him though. Mark Wright. He gets the cross in. It's headed away. Skipper. Lions is inside. Skipper tries to play it in behind for Robertson, and it's cleared. Wright back into the feet of Lions. Back to Wright. Chance to get the cross in. Just plays it to Morton. He does well. And Wigan putting pressure on here. Harmon will attempt to get it clear. Good challenge, Windy Lions. Keeper Barry Richardson felt that he had to keep that one in. I'm not sure whether it would have been a corner. He didn't want to take any chances. Neil Morton's got a great chance here. Brings it down. Oh, surely he's been dragged too wide. He's got Lions in support. He flicks it in there. Appeals for handball, but it's into the arms of Richardson. Wigan fans felt that the man who picked up possession from the goalkeeper's clearance could have had a pot at goal, but very off balance. It's very difficult to do. Martin Aldridge, cleared by Wright. This is Warburton covering, and goes forward again. A free kick, foul by Skipper on Gilzine this time. Looked again the score sheet here. Fleming, Farmer's come for it, he's not going to make it, and that one's going to go in. And Cornwell has given Northampton the lead here at Springfield Park. Farmer didn't make the cross, and Cornwell headed it past him. Well, a very simple header at the far post for John Cornwell. The free kick, just on the half line, came in. Farmer came right off his line to the edge of his 6-yard box, didn't make the punch, and in the end, a fairly comfortable header for John Cornwell. Wigan Athletic 0, Northampton Town 1. Where there's life, there's hope, they say, and certainly that would apply to Northampton. They've taken the lead here at Springfield Park just 4 minutes into the second half, and the least likely source going by the first half, John Cornwell, not involved at all. We're going to have to blame themselves for the goal. It could have been prevented. A misunderstanding between a defence and Farnworth, and all just went wrong. And that ball nearly spun away from Barry Richardson. To say a word for the Northampton fans who've travelled here, quite a number of them, and have celebrated that goal unbelievably. I think if they'd reached any higher, I think they may have been touching the low clouds around Springfield Park. Rennie, Wigan need to come forward. It's cut inside. It's to Langley. Connolly pulls away from his man. The ball goes to Wright. He attempted to get it to Connolly, but it's a Northampton throw. Lions. Easy clearance there. Chase on for Robertson. gave himself a little bit more time than he actually had there. And it's a Northampton throw. Forward by Burnham. And again, it's a Northampton throw-in. With all three of the other bottom four teams winning then at the moment, this really does look bad for Wigan. Farnworth spoons his clearance, but the offside flag is up on Harmon. I think Mickey Bell may have been trying to loop it over Farnworth. Not much hope of it. Peter Skipper. Thorne made the run. The ball was always going to beat him. Good firm kick forward by Richardson. Well inside the Wigan half. Connolly chipped away for Wigan up towards Morton, who surely fails. Northampton get it clear. Gilzine. Well taken, but a great challenge. Paul Rennie. Certainly Wigan shouldn't give this one up. Definitely not at this stage. They're only just starting the second half. What they've got to do is slow the game down a little for a while, for a couple of minutes or so, and then really go out Northampton with all they've got. Mickey Bell is going to run at Carragher. Gets his cross in, Skipper's away. Rennie, well taken down. Thorne trying to get away from Fleming. Rennie carried it a long way. And then his clearance into the chest of Mickey Bell puts pressure back on Wigan. It's Burnham. Carragher did enough to put him off there. So Latic throw, which Paul Rennie takes. Kevin Langley, not the greatest of touches. Surely Wigan ball. Throw and given to Northampton. Back it goes from Connolly to Farnworth. There's more time this time to get some distance on his kick. Thorne. It's a little bit of a nudge in the back. Harmon. Keith Wilkin. Kevin Wilkin, rather. Connolly. Too high for Thorne. The Northampton defence manages to get it away. It's Warburton. Good header. Straight to Rennie, though. Morton finds some space. Tries to get away from Mickey Bell. Eventually gets it to Robertson. He hooks it forward looking for Carragher. It's Mickey Bell. Spoon clearance though. And Robertson, the firm challenge on Gilzine. And Paul Rennie is going to come off now for Chris Duffy. It looks like Rennie's picked up a bit of an injury. Wigan not taking any chances on his fitness. I have to mention there's a pigeon that keeps flying past the gantry position and it's very off-putting. It's built a nest up in the stand. So Wigan free kick, rightly so. Cornwell not too pleased about it. There's not a lot to be displeased with. He scored the only goal of the game so far with his head. 1-0 a visitors lead. And it's that head which gets it away for Northampton, only momentarily. Back it is with Wigan and with Langley. Duffy gets an early touch. Back it goes to Carragher. Now Duffy. We're going to have to get a cross in here. It's on his left foot. Driven into the near post and it skidded through on Barry Richardson. Having a few problems in the end there. Cleared by Richardson. Up towards the Wigan penalty area. This is Connolly. Wigan need to match their away performances on their own territory, really, to show the fans what they can do. Let's hope they don't match last Saturday's performance, though, away. Duffy fails to bring that one under control. It was a good ball. Maybe at a little bit of a strange height. He just let it go past him into touch. Burnham. Good header by Carragher to the chest of Morton. Flicked out to Mark Wright, who's a little bit of space. Cuts inside, plays it forward to Thorne. Thorne looks to shoot, and that's not far off target there. Took a deflection en route, and it's going to be a Latics corner. Wigan's second corner of the game. And the Lions will take it. Northampton have left a man up this time. It's Martin Aldridge. So that means Wright and Carragher have to stay back because Rennie is off. Lions corner goes in, heads go up, falls, nearly fell to Langley. And there is danger here. Harmon. Martin Aldridge back to Fleming. And the runner here is number 11, Mickey Bell. He's in behind the defence. He's gone round Farnworth and he's gone too wide. But that was a bad mistake by Latics to get themselves into that position. Just one man making the run forward and 4 defenders back. And he managed to get goal side and put it wide. Farnworth did well there to block the angle. And Martin Aldridge did well there to block Mark Wright's attempted clearance. Things aren't looking too good for Wigan at the moment. This game's far from over though. Third of it left. It's half an hour for those who aren't too mathematically orientated. Aldridge again with a challenge, and it's a Wigan throw. Mark Wright. Peter Thorne takes it off right. Looks to go square. We're going to have a bit of space here, and that's a good ball by Connolly to Carragher. And a good ball from him in turn to Langley. Now they look for Duffy. Burnham in with a challenge. The ball's quickly knocked forward to Gilzine. Good challenge by Robertson. And Burnham then. Clearance only finds touch on this near side. Linesman, no hesitation in flagging. Almost the instance that came off the player's foot. After saying all that, he must have given an offside. It's a Wigan free kick. Thorne was in the header. And Northampton playing around in their own area. Fleming put it behind for another Wigan corner. Lions is going to take this one. Robertson's going to go forward. Mark Wright wanted to come forward there, but retreats now to Martin Aldridge. Lions corner comes in. Good header clear by Warburton. Connolly. Harmon comes in with a challenge, and there's a chase there for Martin Aldridge, and it's a good job that it didn't stay in, or else Darren Harmon through the centre would have been clean through. Now Peter Thorne managed to turn away from one of his opposing players. Langley gives away the free kick there. And now we're gone. Still Northampton Town lead by 1-0. Scored by John Cornwell in the 49th minute. Falmouth failed to come for a cross, or failed in his attempt to get to a cross, and there was Cornwell to just pop it in to the empty net. Not sure whether he was too aware of it, seemed to just hit him and nestle in the back of the net. Now Wigan have won a free kick. Fell on Peter Thorne, who's been heavily marked throughout this game. Mark Wright's free kick. Connolly chipping it in straight to Gilzine. Now Duffy inside for Langley. He's got a bit of space. Oh, he went for the shot. Morton was calling for it. It was on target, but it was never going to beat Barry Richardson. Not enough power on it. Robertson. Lucky there was no one to capitalise on that mistake. Now the chase is on for Peter Thorne. And the clearance is a good one by Barry Richardson. Thorne thundered into him. And the clearance by Barry Richardson actually went all the way to Simon Falmouth. Peter Thorne looks badly injured. Falmouth punts the ball into touch. Very bad clash that. Andy Lyons and Neil Morton complaining to Mr. Richardson in goal that he seemed to lift his knees after he'd cleared the ball. It did seem rather obvious. The referee didn't think anything of it. Definitely left Peter Thorne in a bit of a bad way. Seems reasonable enough to continue, and Northampton will presumably throw the ball back to Wigan, and they do. Ian Gilzine. Gilzine's header forward again. Skipper plays it square to right. Wigan don't look to have too many attacking ideas. Thorne, Connolly coming from the midfield. He made a hell of a run to get there too. Gilzine back heel, straight to Peter Skipper. Two captains exchanging possession there. It's Gilzine now. Cornwell's good ball forward there. Looking for Aldridge. The man covering is Robertson. And it was a good... Falmouth's made a hash of this one and makes up for it with an excellent save. A quite tremendous stop after an appalling slip by Simon Falmouth. Nothing more than a blunder that. But it could have been disastrous. It could have had disastrous consequences for the Latics.
Well, what an absolute hell of a mistake by Simon Falmouth. He did well to make up for his error, but he should never have allowed the ball to have gone across his path like that, and he completely miscued the clearance. And luckily for him and the other Latics, he got up and saved the shot from Ian Gilzine.
Falmouth showing a few nerves now. It's one or two attempted clearances which have gone rather amiss. That one a little more than a miss actually. That one non-existent. Completely missed the ball. And the trouble with that was that a Northampton player was there. But Falmouth made a quite unbelievable save. He was falling and slipping all over the place. I didn't think he was going to get up for a moment, but he did. And just turned the ball away. Now the corner comes in. And a free header there for the number 7, Kevin Wilkin. And it's a good job it ended up over the bar. Manager Kenny Swain would not have been too pleased with that. With 9 Wigan players in the box, surely one of them should have picked Kevin Wilkin up. Farnworth usually good with his kicking. Perhaps it's just something in the air this afternoon. Lions square ball to Langley, and again just a little bit behind Connolly, and more than a little bit behind Carragher. And recovers though. There's a good ball to Langley. Langley and Burnham in a chase. Langley wanted to take Burnham's head off, and the referee's given the free kick to Wigan. Didn't expect that, but there was a little bit of sportsmanship going on there, shall we say. Burnham definitely tried to block the run of Langley. That's resulted in a Wigan free kick. Lyons swings it into the back post, and it's well over everyone. And it's a goal kick to Northampton. Good solid header by Robertson, something that he didn't get the opportunity to do a few moments ago when that cross came in. That ball is not going to go ahead of play, I don't think. Skipper has to deal with it. It's a Northampton throw-in. Well played by Wright. Morton towards Connolly as well. Can't bring it down. And Thorne as well to get the challenge in there, but things looking ever increasingly bad for the Latics. Not got enough pep about them really. A hell of a swing back there from the little Terry Fleming, the right back. Carragher waiting for this ball to come down. Plays it back to Farnworth. Not the safest option at the moment. That's definite offside on Martin Aldridge. And the Northampton fans in the seats behind me. I'm not too pleased with Mickey Bell. Robertson for that one. Carragher, time to bring it down. Plays it forward for Morton, gets a touch on to Carragher. Duffy rather. Takes it inside and then plays it to Wright. That's a good ball. Andy Lyons. Back to Wright. They need support. Oh, they're going to take them on between them. Lyons. Good ball for Wright. Oh, not on this pitch. It just skidded away from him. Gulzine. Header only finds Connolly. Then Neil Morton. Great ball to Matty Carragher. Number of Wigan players in the box. Service is slightly better, but it only finds a Northampton head. Robertson to being failed. Connolly coming back there. Skipper has to step in, and he steps in and plays a delightful ball to Chris Duffy. Back he goes to Langley. Now Morton turns inside. Needs support. Duffy leaves one man on the ground. Back he goes to Langley. Nice passing. Wigan not going anywhere at the moment. Lions look for the shot, and that's Kevin Wilkin. It's a good clearance. Towards Gilsey. Back it goes to Fleming. Aldridge is the sole man forward, and Robertson is covering. And now this is Farnworth again, and with a better result, Carragher. That's not a good ball by him. Gulzine making the forward run. Offside flag up. Close call. Connolly. Burnham wins that header. Drops to Lyons. And that's a wayward ball forward by him, which reaches the Northampton keeper. Only quarter of an hour left of this game. Well, Wigan haven't shown any signs in the second half that they are indeed whether they want to get on the score sheet. Lyons is penalised there. We're bringing down Kevin Wilkin, I think it is, on the far side. Wilkin, of course, his first 4 games of 19, for 6 games of 1990, scored 4 times. Since then, suffered major injuries and only just has returned to the side. Northampton looking for a second goal. Killer blow. Aldridge's chip. Never going to trouble Simon Farnworth. And Northampton look to be making a substitution. It's going to be Paul Fitzpatrick. It's going to come on for the captain, Ian Gulzine. Maybe a straight swap, I'm not quite sure. Or it could be an extra midfielder defender. Looks like it's going to be a straight swap. Gulzine looks to have picked up a knock, and so has left the field. Carragher, that's a good ball forward. A good first touch there for the number 14, Paul Fitzpatrick. Northampton fans unhappy that the game wasn't allowed to go on. His first touch resulted in him being fouled. Fitzpatrick, that is. Burnham is going to take this free kick. Swung it towards the back post. Thompson win the header. Harmon tries a spectacular, and very jammy that it went to a fellow player. Now Fleming just holding possession, and eventually Wigan come and take the ball off him. Andy Lyons, ball forward to Morton, needs to hold it up, and he needs support. Skipper gets himself, Wigan get themselves into a little bit of bother. Skipper recovers, plays it to right. Lyons is an option. He looks long towards Peter Thorne, and too long indeed on this occasion. Carragher. He's got Duffy down the line. Plays the ball straight to John Cornwell. Robertson gets it back. We're going to need more determination about them. There was an offside appeal there, but Wigan players have done well to push out. Morton, now Thorne and Langley. Duffy is the man over, and he gets round Burnham. What's the cross like? Duffy, and it bobbling in there. Thorne's overhead kick, because it's Lyons just wide of the upright.
Well, it was good play down the right hand side. Kevin Langley released Chris Duffy. Duffy evaded the challenge of one defender, crossed it in. The ball eventually broke for Andy Lyons, who tried the spectacular scissor kick, and it only just went past the post. So we're coming up to nearly 10 minutes to go here at Springfield Park, and Northampton still leading by 1-0.
First time in the second half we're going to look like scoring. Well, now they're back on the rack. Aldridge, Wright and Robertson in a bit of a muddle. And Robertson finally comes away with it. This one drops for Duffy. There's Langley with him. If he needs him. He does need him. Lyons is in the centre. Carragher's inside screaming for it. It's a good ball by Langley to Lyons. He looks for a bit of space for the shot. Ball goes back to Connolly. And Langley, we're going to be crowded out here. And Duffy's ball straight in between Langley and Carragher. Looks like Lyons has pushed up into a more attacking role. That's Duffy's ball forward, chases on for Morton. His control takes it to the side. It's a good ball in. Connolly looks for the flick, and it's just past the post. Rather spectacular effort there. Always going away from the keeper. Looking a little bit more lively, the Latics, in the last few minutes. Time is not on their hands anymore, though, with just 10 minutes remaining. Well won by Fitzpatrick. Straight to right, though. Flicks it out to Andy Lyons. Back it goes for Skipper. Neil Morton. Great control. And must have been handball. The free waves play on. Connolly. You see Carragher out here. Yes, he does. It's not the best of passes, though, although it does reach him. Robertson. Not good enough to keep possession in the defence. We're going to need to attack. An attack they're doing now through Carragher. Ball for Duffy. Slips. It's back to his feet. So left footed crossing. Cornwell gets it away towards Aldridge. And then number 11, Mickey Bell, sorting that one out. Skipper lets it go for Simon Farnworth. Now, Thorne had a chance there. The referees penalised him, though. He didn't seem to be anywhere near either player when they jumped, but free kick it is. Fitzpatrick looked to have failed Robertson. A free plays on. This is looking increasingly like another home defeat. The pace of Fleming won in that, but then surrendered possession to Morton. Dogged like Neil Morton. And he wins himself a free kick, and he's not at all pleased with Fleming, as he shows there. And this is quite extraordinary. Northampton have been given the free kick after Wigan had been given it, and now Wigan have been given it again. And that is quite extraordinary. So Wigan, after all that, do have a chance. Connolly, it's the corner in, the free kick rather, and it's a poor one. Wright pumps it out that side again. Wigan only get a throw in. Connolly just to get his cross in again. This looks to be a good one, but it's cleared by Warburton, and away again. Skipper on a bit of a dribble here, brought down. It's another Wigan free kick. Pressure is coming here from the Latics. So it looks to mount a serious assault on the Northampton Town goal.
Well, it's relentless pressure now by Wigan Athletic as they looked for, in search of this equalising goal. Everybody back for Northampton now.
And Robertson hit one at Preston, I remember, a free kick. So might be him again here. Robertson it is, blast that one. Didn't look a million miles away. The goalie didn't move, so obviously was a little further away than I imagine. Wright's up for that one. Two players challenge for that, Connolly and Lyons. Connolly stamps his authority now in the midfield and then gives it away to Harmon. This is Wilkin, and through the centre goes Harmon. Robertson is covering. Farnworth has time for a touch this time. Clearance. Penalised again, Israel Warburton, to the disgust of a section of Northampton fans and the crowd behind me. It's Robertson, Skipper, plants a header back in. Langley's going in, Cornwell, the goal scorer, helping out in defence now. Morton spies the shots, just wide of the near post. A little bit of pressure from the Latics, but don't seem to have that killer instinct they had a few weeks ago. Duffy, well found by Skipper, and gives it away, but Carragher receives the ball from Langley, plants a good cross in there. Morton was up, it's going to drop for Wright. Harmon takes it off him, and then this pass is intended for Aldridge, who gets there before Skipper, and the referee gives the corner kick there. From the noise of the fans behind me, you'd imagine they just won the World Cup. Just a small matter of 5 minutes to go. Referee accusing Northampton's players of time wasting. Rightly so, nobody went to go and take the corner. In swinger, Farnworth takes it well. Not very orthodoxly, but he took it. Carragher, no time for passing around now. A little bit of a slip by Warburton. He just gets the ball out of play. Sensible thing at this stage of the game for the side in front. Oh, easy header for Burnham. Robertson, back to Carragher, back to Robertson. Lifts it forward, looking for Morton. Gets the flick on, wins the corner off Warburton. I think this is the 5th corner for the Latics. Find themselves 1 goal down. It's taken short. Lyons lifts it in. It looks like another high one again. Skipper has time to bring it down. Northampton fans call for their players to clear the penalty area. They don't do that. Robertson gets it across. That's a good clearance. Connolly and Carragher. Lyons. Well won, looking for Thorne. Keeper Richardson comes and collects it. That's a hell of a clearance. Distance-wise, not quite the accuracy. Hit the Hurst coach's sign on the far side. This is a time for another attack for the Latics. It doesn't look like it. You don't look too keen on going forward either. Connolly, good ball for Carragher. Have Wigan read the script? It's a fairy tale story for Northampton of late. Lyons looking to go past Harman, he didn't do so. It's broken for Skipper now. Pressure. Will it all mean anything in the end? Wigan are going backwards here. Robertson, now Langley. Cat whistles all around the ground. Ball in the box and it's cleared and it's a Wigan corner. The dying seconds of this game. It's Lyons. It looks like a better one. The header goes in, it's in the back of the net! And a goal on a debut! And it's 1-1 and the Wigan fans go absolutely mad. Well, right to the death, it looks as if the Wigan Athletic side have snatched the point. And it was the fullback Mark Wright with his very first goal for the Latics. And the header, a Lions cross came in. And there was Mark Wright popping up from nowhere to head home Wigan Athletics equaliser. 2 minutes left in this game, and that came from absolutely nowhere. No signs that they were going to get on the score sheet, and then up pops Mark Wright for his first goal of the season. We've got to make sure they don't throw this away now, Latics. A draw, of course, better than a defeat. And a draw that they never looked like getting right since the 49th minute when Cornwell put that header into the back of the net. And I thought for a moment that it was the new signing Peter Thorne on his month's loan. And then I thought it was Langley. And it was indeed Mark Wright. And Wright's get it forward and Wigan look for a winner. Neil Morton. Where's he going here? He's swung the ball out from goal. This is Langley. Oh, so Wigan throw. Deep into stoppage time now. Peter Thorne calling for it. Duffy needs to hurry up before he's been penalised. Duffy, Lyons, and Duffy again. What can he do with a cross? He stabs it into the back post. Morton's up with the header, and it's just over the top. What a way to finish the game this is. Well, Wigan nearly snatched victory there when just moments ago it was a surefire defeat. Northampton's supporters stunned by that equaliser. Peach of a header it was too. And the referee brings this game to an end. It's finished Wigan Athletic 1, Northampton 1-1 for most of the second half. It looked as if Northampton were going to win here at Springfield Park by a 1-0. Up popped Mark Wright in the 88th minute to head home a real beauty into the bottom corner. And I'm sure he'll be pleased. Speaking to him after the game last week, he wasn't at all pleased. But I bet if he had a word with him now, he'd be over the moon.
Latics have managed to get a point, and this season is far from over though at the bottom. The bottom 4 still right in it. Latics aren't clear of it yet. Northampton haven't given up. Final score, Wigan Athletic 1, Northampton Town 1.